Welcome and blessings, magical community. Welcome to my channel, Emerald Moon. Today I would like to talk to you about sacred places and my experience with some sacred places. Sacred places are not just somewhere that we carve out for ourselves, like our altar space or our bedroom, or a spot in the garden that we go to meditate. Sacred places can also be places in nature. In the very beginning of my journey, before I even started down the path of witchcraft, it had become very clear to me that I was an intuitive empath. I had found that I picked up on people's energy very easily, picked up on their emotions and their feelings quite strongly, and I wanted to know more about it. So I had started researching online about being an intuitive empath, and I found an article on a blog written by Denise Litchfield, who's an Aussie psychic medium. One tip I have for you when you're just starting out on your path as a witch and you're going to be reading and researching a lot, when you read or hear or watch something that resonates with you, write it down. But as well as writing it down, also write down where you got the information from, who wrote it. Was it from a blog? Was it from YouTube? Was it from Facebook? And also write down the date. You can write this information in your grimoire, or you can take a screenshot, or you can save it onto your device, however you're recording your information. Just remember to also write down where you got the information from, because it's something for you to refer back to later if you need to go back and find the information, and also to give credit to the person who has shared their information and their knowledge and wisdom. Denise's article, which is called Discover Your Elemental Power Source, says that everybody has a place where they feel their soul is nourished and they feel more connected to spirit. In Denise's article, she says these places of energy are most often in nature and are where two or more elements meet. These places are magical places, and so are oftentimes where the veil is thinnest. Crimson Fyre, another Aussie witch, she has a YouTube channel on places of power as well, and she talks about ways of identifying them. So I'll put the links to the article and the video down below. When I started practicing witchcraft, I would go down to the point in my local area where it's a bay area, and where the water meets the land, and I would go down there and journal. I would go down to the water and do a ritual or meditate, and I would end up leaving feeling really restored. But in the last 6 months, I have been visiting a park a block away from my house. When I first went there, I went there to go and get some grounding, and I would stand on the roots there. I would stand on the roots of the big gum trees and just say hello to the gum trees and exchange energies, and afterwards I would feel really rejuvenated. And I found myself feeling drawn to this place more and more, and I felt I was drawn to it mostly when I was feeling really down or stressed, or that I wasn't coping very well. And I found it to be a place of healing. I received a lot of healing there. So just after New Year's, I found myself in a really bad mental place where I wasn't coping at all. And I went there just to give myself some time out from everything, try and get a clear head, and trying to get some feeling of calm back. As I was sitting there, I found that the energy of the place really came alive, and I received a message, and 3 days later the message came to fruition. So it was really a real moment of clarity for me that this space, this place, was a place of power. So at the last full moon, I wanted to connect with Mama Gaia and do a gratitude ritual. And so I went down to this sacred place and did a ritual and gave an offering and meditated with Mama Gaia. And I wasn't really sure where to go at first, and then I noticed that there were some trees that seemed to be waving at me. I made my way down to where the trees were waving at me, and I was brought to this space there where there's a creek, which I didn't know was there, and a huge gum tree. So that's where I ended up doing my ritual of gratitude and connecting with Mama Gaia. And after my ritual, I went and sat with 3 other gum trees and meditated with them, and I call these 3 gum trees the oracles, because that's where I received that message. I just wanted to share a peek of my sacred place and a little bit of my offering, and the place where I found to do my ritual. And I hope you have enjoyed watching this, and blessed be.